So I'm Tammy Locke. I have my own consulting company. I also work as the Director of Social and Digital Media at Strategic and Creative Marketing. Been around the marketing world for quite a few years. I'm going to cover a little bit of that when we start our session today. So as Melinda said, please feel free to put your questions into the chat so that we can see those. I'll try to answer things as I go along, just because sometimes it just makes more sense to talk about it while we're in the middle of it. But I will absolutely be available to everybody afterwards if you did not get your question answered. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right. So let me just kind of get us started here. Let me put my clock on so I can see what time it is. All right, so this is me. The company and myself, we do a lot of different things. I definitely specialize in social and digital media, which means that's everything from building your platforms on great sites like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn, to running paid campaigns, which is what we're going to cover today, as well as creating new and revamping websites. Strategic and Creative also offers public relations, recruitment marketing, strategic plans, all sorts of A to Z things that you would need for your company. Just so you can kind of get an idea, the company has been around for 16 years. We've had some very big clients, as you could see on this. So really the last 3 years, since I've joined Susan, the focus has been more on building long-term relationships with clients, but there is quite a large background. This is a little bit about me. These are two of the most important things I think about me right now, are that I serve on advisory panels for both Facebook Corporation and LinkedIn Corporation. So really what that means is that I beta test a lot of things that are coming down the line, tell them what's good, what needs to be improved. I do the same thing for both of these platforms for things that we can access right now, in hopes that it'll become a better user experience for everyone who's using these platforms. And the really nice thing, especially for my clients, is that I have a team at both of these places. So if any of you have tried to get a hold of anyone at Facebook, you know how difficult it is. One of the great things is that I do have a team there that I can call for questions, and they also train myself and my team all the time. So we really know what works and what doesn't work. And then 2 other points, I am SEO certified and Google Analytics certified, because I really love data. And that's the one thing that I really like about these campaigns, is how much data you can see when you run them. And also just to encourage you that we are talking today about digital, but just make sure when you're thinking about marketing in general that it includes a lot of different tactics, because these reach people in different ways. And it's always better for a potential client to see your name in multiple locations. All right, so let's start out with why are we talking about Facebook today? Well, first of all, it's 414 million US users every single day on Facebook. So chances are, no matter what your business is, your clients are probably on Facebook right now. The age group is skewed to an older age group. About 79% of people 30 to 49-year-olds use Facebook, and 59% of those older than 50 use Facebook. So this is obviously not the platform if you want to talk to teenagers or 20-somethings. But the nice thing is that the people on Facebook are established, they're older, and they have money to spend. So really, you should be using Facebook for your business if you are targeting both B2B or B2C, which if you're selling to businesses or selling direct to customers or consumers. If you need extra content space, because when you're advertising or you're writing things up on Facebook, there's a lot of room to write stuff. Unlike Twitter, where you have very short amount of characters, here you can really get into a lot of detail. And again, if you're targeting people that are 30 years and over. We're also going to talk about Instagram a little bit, because that's another platform that you can reach through the paid campaigns that I'm going to show you today. For those of you who may not know, Instagram is owned by Facebook. And they've been merging over the last couple of years. A really big change that everyone is going to see coming up is that they're merging Messenger. So now if you want to message somebody, you can reach people that you're contacts with on Instagram and on Facebook on one messenger platform. They have 120 million users. It says LinkedIn, sorry. That should say Instagram every day. 67% of millennials use Instagram daily, so that's a little lower skew for age group. And 62% of Insta users say they become more interested in a brand or product after seeing it in an Instagram story. So Instagram is great if your product is visual, because the basis of Instagram are pictures. And also if you're targeting women ages 25 to 35, because that is the biggest user right now of Instagram. So just as a little kind of background on social in general, you really need to be on a lot of platforms for social, because right now the average customer journey is about 8 to 10 touch points online. And this simply means that if someone's going to do business with you, they're going to look you up all over the place online. They're going to do a Google search for you. They may do a Yahoo search. They're going to want to see what your website looks like. They're going to look you up on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. And if you don't have platforms on even one of those, a lot of times people are just very dismissive and they say, oh, I don't know, is this a real business? I'm not sure. So that's one of the reasons that you really need to have active platforms on as many places as you can be on. Another great reason to be on social, it is free advertising. We are going to talk about paid today, but the nice thing is that there's a lot of stuff you can do for free, especially on Facebook. So you want to make sure that you're writing things that are going to reach all different target markets, but make sure that you keep your brand consistent, especially platform to platform. And that goes beyond the same colors and the same font, which is important, but also to make sure that your messaging is looking the same across different platforms. So you can see this is one of our clients, and when you see what we post for them on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, they all match with what is on their website. So it's very consistent. So keep that in mind as well. So a lot of people don't actually understand the difference when people talk about organic posting and paid posting. Organic is seriously just a fancy word for free. All that means is you go into your own page and you put up content on your page. So it is very necessary still to do organic in addition to paid. The reason you want to do this is because, again, people are going to search around. Another reason is that when you are going to build your campaigns that we're going to cover today, lots of people will click on the name of your company in that ad, and what that does is it takes them back to your business page on Facebook. So you really want to make sure that what you have up there is good content, because they're going there specifically to learn more about you. So you got to make sure that there's information up there. And also, if they click over and there's only 1 or 2 posts, they're going to say, this person's just starting out. So if you are building your platform right now, make sure that you are posting a lot on that platform. So when they go back there and look at you, they see that you are a legitimate company. Another really important thing, and this is a change as of about 3 years ago, this is one of those algorithms that everybody hears about. And basically what happened was that Facebook, Instagram decided that they were truly going to monetize their platform. So before then, the push was to get as many followers as you could on your page, because every time you posted, all of those people will see it. Well, as of 3 years ago now, only about 3 to 5% of the people who follow your page ever get to see anything you post. It's not showing up in their feed anymore the way it used to. You will see a few of them, and if you are only getting 10 or 20 views on something you post, it may not be that you're doing anything wrong. It's more likely that it's just not being shown to your followers like it used to be. So this really also emphasizes the reason to do paid posts. So paid posts, just a little bit about them. Obviously, you're going to need money. You don't need a whole lot of money, but you do need money. You can either hit the boost button that shows up, that red button between, that shows up at the bottom of most of your posts, Or you can go in through another program like Ads Manager. And today we actually are going to build a campaign in Ads Manager. The reason that those campaigns are so much more successful than if you just hit that boost button is because you have a lot more targeting options when you go in through Ads Managers than when you hit the boost button. The most important thing is that you not only build your target, which is going to have your list of people in a little circle, and you're going to say, these are the people that I want to reach, but you give it a secondary goal. So you say, I want to reach these people, but I also want to reach those people within that circle that are going to watch my video or that are going to click on a link. So that makes your targeting even better, which means your money is going to reach more of the people who will be your best potential customers.